a young population. We are aspirational, we are inspired, and we want to win in whatever it is that we're doing.
Who we are as a people, the kind of country we were given, so the natural resources we have. I mean, Zambia is so gifted.
That which brings us closer is more than that which separates us. So, one Zambia, one nation, for me, is one of our greatest strengths.
I know what it is to be a proud Zambian. I know what it is to be proud of this country, this entity we call Zambia.
Our greatest strength is the ability to be united when we set our minds to it.
This peace is Zambia's biggest asset.
The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit.
On the 24th of October 1964, Zambia became an independent country, marking the beginning of a new era of self-governance and freedom from colonial rule. Over the decades, Zambia has navigated peaceful political transitions, fostered economic growth, and empowered communities through development initiatives. From the spirit of its first leader, Kenneth Kaunda, to the ambitious reforms of President Hakainde Hichilema, Zambia's journey is one of innovation, progress, and the enduring power of unity.
We are looking to the future with confidence. The future is bright to the extent that the government is focusing on the right, correct variables at the moment. And we are seeing that push, that momentum, that support in agriculture. We're seeing that momentum, that energy that's being pushed in tourism. We're seeing that potential in mining.
Known as the father of the nation, Kaunda's vision for Zambia was clear: a united, peaceful, and prosperous country where every citizen had the opportunity to contribute to the nation's development. His philosophy of One Zambia, One Nation set the tone for the country's future.
I remember vividly that founding leader Kenneth Kaunda was always ardent, to preach the One Zambia, One Nation motto. I think that we grew up realizing the importance, the significance, the pride that we needed to have in the Zambian spirit, the respect for the flag, the respect for the national anthem, that when the national anthem is being sung, we all stood at attention.
Kaunda's leadership extended beyond Zambia's borders. He became a key figure in Africa's liberation movements, supporting neighboring countries in their struggles for independence. His commitment to peace and stability, both at home and abroad, cemented his legacy as one of Africa's great leaders.
Looking at President Kaunda and how he grew up and how he also just embraced the youth of this country, I mentioned earlier on that our people are our greatest assets. And when you look at the Zambian population today, statistics state that over 65% of our youth are below the age of 25. Further to that, 52% are below the age of 18. We are a youthful nation, and it is in the youth that you find the greatest potential to be able to develop, to be able to grow, and to be able to cultivate even just the future leaders of tomorrow.
We were in the throes, we were in the midst of the liberation struggle, and we survived and we contributed to the liberation of Africa. Now, that is an achievement. That is a historical achievement.
Zambia has remained an example of peaceful political transitions. In 1991, after nearly 3 decades in power, Kenneth Kaunda peacefully handed over power to Frederick Chiluba. KK became the second mainline African head of state to allow free multi-party elections and to relinquish power peacefully after he had lost. This peaceful transfer marked the beginning of Zambia's commitment to democracy. Subsequent transfers of power, from Levi Mwanawasa to Rupia Banda, from Michael Sata to Edgar Lungu, and most recently Hakainde Hichilema, have demonstrated Zambia's ability to respect its democratic principles. Each peaceful election reinforces the nation's stability and dedication to the rule of law.
We're talking about Zambia at 60. We're talking about 7 presidents, starting with our founding father, President Kaunda. We're talking about peaceful transition of power, even in times when we have had strife.
We have found strength in our diversity, and there is no time in the recent history or in our history from independence that we have been engulfed in tribal wars.
I used to be scared sometimes thinking about war, and then I look at 60 years. Zambia hasn't had any war. I said, wow, what a great nation.
You know, it's no longer a fluke, because with subsequent peaceful transfer of power from one political party to another, you know, the world has come to accept that this indeed is a peaceful country on the continent of Africa, and they're treating us as such.
In 2021, Zambia witnessed another historic moment with the inauguration of Hakainde Hichilema, Zambia's 7th president. HH's New Dawn administration represents an exciting chapter for Zambia, one driven by economic reform, transparency, and a focus on empowering the private sector.
Together, we are going to change this country for the better.
The New Dawn government has restored the confidence of business and industry in Zambia as it moves towards a brighter future. With a background in business, Hichilema's approach to governance emphasizes growth, job creation, and investment in key sectors. His government also places a strong emphasis on the fight against corruption, ensuring that Zambia's natural wealth is used to benefit its people. From successfully restructuring Zambia's national debts to guiding the country through one of the worst droughts in living memory, President Hichilema has led his country with statesmanship and resolve.
Through the very diligent work that is being put in by our chief marketer, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, now anywhere you go in Zambia, you can walk with your head held high, because we offer to the world out there friendship, deep diplomatic relations, and we offer to them a possibility of the peoples of these, our various friends and partners across the world, coming and enjoying a benefit from this country. Therefore, we've been put in the right place. We have seen an unprecedented amount of interest in this country in the last 3 years.
And it's very important to continuously drive the positive narrative about the country. And him being the CEO, the CMO of the country, so far he has done great works.
I think one way of summarizing what he's doing, it's economic transformation.
The liberalization of Zambia's economy opened the door to international capital, particularly in the mining, agriculture, and infrastructure sectors. Copper, Zambia's most abundant resource, is once again an enticing opportunity for overseas investors, bringing billions of dollars and the latest technology back into the mining sector.
If you look at where the investments have occurred over the last 3 to 5 years, you find that a lot of money has gone into mining and mining-related activities.
Since President Hichilema took office, Zambia has received over 37 billion in foreign investments. These investments have created thousands of new jobs and accelerated the country's national development.
Zambia is an excellent place to do business, as already highlighted. There are over 300 million people in the region surrounding Zambia beyond its 19 million population. That means that there's this entire market that is ready to uptake all the goods and services that are produced from this business hub called Zambia.
I think Zambia is a potential regional player leading the region, and we have done that in the past. If you recall, during our first Republican president's time, we were leading the region, and I think we are leading in some ways now, where it comes to things like the Lobito Corridor, and even some of the partnerships with Tanzania and various other countries in the region, that will give us great potential, bearing in mind that we're a land-linked country. But that also gives us the opportunity because from Zambia, you can access the entire region. And that regional play is one that I think is the future of Zambia.
A bright future for Zambia. The future is bright for the country.
At the heart of Zambia's development agenda is its people. Over the years, successive governments have made community development a priority, using initiatives like the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, to empower local communities. These funds have been instrumental in building schools, hospitals, roads, and other critical infrastructure in all 156 constituencies. The CDF has helped ensure that development reaches the most remote parts of the country, giving communities the resources they need to thrive. Under Hichilema's administration, there has been a renewed focus on expanding community development programs, ensuring that every Zambian has access to the benefits of economic growth. CDF funding is being increased to 5.6 billion kwacha in 2025, and so far, 9,992 community projects have been implemented under CDF since 2022.
In terms of the enhanced CDF, people just don't understand what this has, the impact of this. If you go into the rural areas, you can actually see the impact that local councils, constituencies are taking charge, are taking ownership of their development. And the development is being conducted by local people.
The human resource of a country is extremely important, and that is why this administration, under the leadership of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema, has taken us back to the drawing board, that we cannot allow a country with a youthful population such as ours for generations to be left behind, and hence the reintroduction of free education. We must have a skilled labor force that even as we attract investment, it must be able to find the sort of youths that will fill up that gap in terms of workforce, so that we then take this country forward.
I understand that by 2025, 45,000 teachers would have been recruited. That's unprecedented. So a lot of good things there. Again, in the health sector, new hospitals coming in, new health facilities, many hospitals, and then also health workers being recruited. That has a huge impact on people who did not have access to education and health facilities.
Agriculture remains one of Zambia's most promising sectors. With vast expanses of arable land, the potential for growth is enormous. Through a combination of government support, foreign investment, and local innovation, Zambian farmers are using modern technologies to increase production and improve efficiency. This in turn improves food security and safeguards livelihoods. Meanwhile, Zambia's tech sector is growing rapidly, with young entrepreneurs driving innovation across industries. Internet connectivity in secondary schools now stands at a 68% connection rate. The government has overseen the launch of Zambia's first 5G network, and Starlink Internet is now operational in Zambia. From fintech to education and healthcare, these new ventures are helping to address some of Zambia's biggest challenges and create jobs for the nation's youth.
There's a lot of encouragement for Zambians like myself in business, that now we can occupy a space which was perhaps not open to us because, one, we didn't believe it was open to us, or two, it was just a closed market for whatever reason, right? It was closed. But now I think it's now our time.
Zambia is a great place to do business, and you only have to observe some of the business people around and how they're thriving and able to do business in our country. You realize how good it is in Zambia.
What we are starting to see now, and even going forward, is even more embracement of the value of innovation, the value of being able to use digital platforms. That all speaks to financial inclusion.
I see potential in the area of information, communication, technology. I see our country as leveraging from ICT hub. I see that as a country leveraging more. Also, Zambia being the transport hub for the region and beyond.
Zambia's development isn't only economic. It's about creating a society where every citizen can thrive. Zambian athletes continue to inspire and uplift their communities, showcasing the power of sports to bring people together.
I believe that the future of sports in Zambia is incredibly bright. I think, it's obvious that we've seen tremendous strides in the past few years regarding football for both the men and women. And, just with our teams getting more recognition on that global stage. So I think really, with increased investment in, grassroots efforts, better training facilities, more talent coming up through that pipeline, Zambia really has the potential to compete, at the highest level across sports, like not just within football.
And today, I feel happy when going around the streets of Lusaka. You are driving, you are walking, you see billboards now with Zambian faces. It means that there's a lot of development, because those days you would never seen a picture on a billboard of a footballer, a Zambian footballer. Today you see Zambian stars, Zambian celebrities on these billboards, on our adverts, showing that there is a lot of development, there is a lot of positive change.
As Zambia celebrates 60 years of independence, the country looks to the future with optimism and hope. With a legacy of peace, a commitment to democracy, and a focus on sustainable development, Zambia is in a position to continue its journey towards prosperity.
It's important that we build the country for the next generations to come, just as we inherited a country that was built for us 60 years ago to what it is today.
Hey, the next 60 is going to be really different. I think coming from where we've come from was more about, liberating ourselves from our past. And now it's about future thinking, about vision, about really challenging ourselves. So I think the next 60 we're going to really see ourselves evolve into something very different. Perhaps take a much more leadership position in our community around us, in whatever sector that will be, right? So I think it's going to be very interesting, and it's something that people need to look forward to.
Under the leadership of President Hichilema, and with the continued support of regional and international partners, the future holds great promise for our nation. Happy Independence Day to all Zambians around the world. Let us be thankful for 60 years of unity, cooperation, and progress.
We are but one people, and it is ourselves that can determine our future, our destiny. Let's remember that, and let's go into the next 60 years and beyond as one Zambia, one nation, a prosperous nation. We can do it.
It is one Zambia, one nation, one people, under God. Let us continue to uphold and preserve this our motto. I wish you all a happy Diamond Jubilee celebration. God bless you.
Zambia, we are saying happy 60th anniversary to Mother Zambia, and thank you so very much to our Republican President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema.
Happy 60th Independence, Zambia. Wishing you all the best for the next 60.
I wish Zambians a happy 60th Independence anniversary, and we look forward to the next 60 years of great success, living in peace and unity in our diversity. Well done, Zambians. Congratulations.
Wishing our beloved country Zambia a happy 60th anniversary of independence. Looking forward to the journey ahead in this country, and looking forward as well to being part of the change, the positive change in our beloved country.
Happy Independence Day, Zambia. 60 years is no small feat. You have come a long way. Celebrate, clap for all your accomplishments, but look forward to another great 60.
Zanako is 55 Zambia is 60. What an amazing year. Let's celebrate. Congratulations, Team Zambia.
It's a diamond jubilee, a time to reflect, to celebrate, and embrace the future with hope and determination. This is a milestone of pride, unity, and resilience for our great nation.
Zambia, stronger at 60.